We're back again with another video. This is the same day that I filmed the 4Runner video. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but you'll see it on there. But today what we're installing on this whip, right now I got it raised on everything. We're going to go ahead and install that over there that I've been slacking on for a fat minute. So that's going to get installed today. We got the glow ship pillar right here. So we got the 3-hole one. We got it all set up and everything already. So all we got to do now is just Dremel a little bit of this off, a little bit of this edge, just Dremel it off so we can fit the pod there fully. But besides that, right now we're just getting all the tools. We're gonna take off the O2 sensor and then just figure out how we're gonna run the inside. But I'm excited for that. It's been a fat minute that I've always wanted that. I think it's been like a year and a half since I've wanted that. But here it is. We got Adrian here helping me out as always. So we're gonna get this done, bang it out and see how feels afterwards and how it looks on there. So I'm gonna try and do the Dremel part and everything so we can get that set up and going. But besides that, we're just gonna take off the O2 sensor right now and get that taken care of. So we got everything right here. I don't know where the frick. This is a stock OEM one. What we're gonna do is make 2 holes here, 2 holes over there, and then that should make it to where the other mount just sits on top, and then it'll fit right on the car. Right now we got that whole thing removed right there, so we're gonna run the wire first, and then once we run the wire, we're gonna go ahead and figure out how to mount the shit up. But this should be pretty easy and simple. We got the gauge. Where the frick did I put the gauge? But here's the AM. Where's the gauge at? The gauge is over here. So I bought this gauge like months ago, and honestly, this thing just came with the gauge. So I had to buy the wire, the power wire, which I believe is this one. Yeah, this one right here to the left. So I had to buy that power wire, and I also had to buy which I hope I can find. I had to buy the O2, the sensor that goes with that one. So I had to buy that sensor, which I should find in a second. Alrighty, so I was tripping, right? So I'm trying to find a sensor, and I'm like, where the freak is it? So looked through all of this, and I couldn't find it, but I looked over here and it's right there. So this is the sensor that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out for you guys. So here's a sensor from Gledawin. It's the O2 oxygen sensor. So I had to order this part and that power cable. So here it is. So it's supposed to be the same match as the other one, and it'll run perfectly. So we're gonna get that taken care of at the end. Right now we're just gonna try and run the wire through it and get that taken care of. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and get that thing going. So shout out to Adrian. He just ran that thing through the engine harness. So he's taking care of all the inside. I already put the wire down there. I'm gonna have to get my laptop, which I don't have with me, but I could do that some other day. So got to run the wire through here. So it's all right there. So just remember, you're gonna try and do this, run it through your engine harness, and then it should just come out through here.
If you can't find it, it's gonna be this cover that sits like that, pretty much.
So it sits behind the pedal.
Yeah, the gas pedal.
So I just run it through that, and then we're gonna figure out how to run it through up top to make it come out that way now. So I know a way how to, so we're gonna get that done and then throw it on and see what's up. We're running the fuse tap right now. We're gonna throw it on to the thing and then make the AFR thing go up. But it's going pretty smooth. Adrian knows all about cables, so I'm having to do all the cables. I gotta do all that. So right now we're gonna get that set up, and then hopefully we can move on to the next part. So thing is literally almost complete. We got that installed right there, and we got it mounted up to here. So we got that going. Now just a matter of putting everything back and then figuring out this whole gauge pillar situation on this. This is tight. Like this literally sits like this close to the freaking thing. So we're gonna put some holes in this thing and then throw it on there. Cool, so everything's back together. Now we just got those 2 wires sticking out of there. Everything's back to good. And now we're gonna run this thing through. So we're gonna run the gauge through here. I'm not sure about dremeling this shit, but the gauge doesn't sit on all the way, but I think it should be fine. So we're gonna run that now and then see what's up. Alright, so here we are with the new sensor. So this is a new one. This one right here is the old one. You guys can see it's all this one right here is all messed up, but hey, we're switching that out today. So we're going with this one. I think it's called the Lambada, some shit like that. But it's not the Bosch one, it's just one off the thing, but apparently it works pretty well. I've heard a lot of things that these things end up a couple times, so there's probably gonna have to be more bought out from these, but it's totally fine. It's like 20 bucks. So clip this on, figure out how to fix that loose end because there's a lot of wire, so let's get that going. So here we are, we're gonna do this now. So hit to mark the spots to create the holes in, and then now we're just gonna tap each side, and then that should do it. So we're gonna get that taken care of. All right, so now we're gonna tap the hole in. Oh shit, it unscrewed itself.
Where'd you go?
Wow, the thing, here, I got it. You got it?
There we go.
There we go. Damn. Should have unscrewed itself. But we almost had it. Ooh. And that shit went straight to that shit. It went crazy. Alright, so we're putting the first one in. Damn, there it is. Not bad. It doesn't even look off or nothing. It's straight. Should be okay. Take a little bit to the edge, huh? It's fine. As long as it stays, you know, all that matters. So now we're gonna do the other sides, and we'll get right back to you guys. So now we already did this. We're gonna cut all the holes on this, and now we're gonna go make holes on this one now. Just the heads up, you guys might want to do it somewhere where you don't mind about that shit, but it's all good. I would just vacuum that shit up. But here we are. We're gonna mount it up now and see how that thing looks. We're running the wire through. Make sure the wires run through those holes that were made. So honestly, just use the stock one. Otherwise, if you plan on like running just the gauge pillar, you're honestly gonna, it's not that hard either. You'll just make a hole and then run like a, run one of those fasteners or drills or bolts, I don't know what it is. Then they'll just mount. But for me, honestly just want to go for like the actual setup way that they do it. So we're running it that way, and now we just gotta put this together and get the gauge in that shit, in that thing. So try not to cuss because YouTube now cuts it to where if you cuss, there's no, you know, them dollars. So try not to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and we'll get you guys with the turning on and everything of it. So let me grab the gauge for him really quick. So somehow this snapped into place, like it's actually sitting on there. Earlier we tried it and see if it was gonna run through, and it didn't want to sit all the way in, and I was too like scared to like push it in and then break the thing. So I avoided it, and I was thinking like, hey, it'll stick out for now, or maybe Dremel the sidewalls so it could sit in perfectly. But right now he just pushed it in and it went in all the way. So shout out to that Amazon reviewer that said, oh, you gotta cut it or Dremel it. No, you don't, bro. There it is. There's the proof. So it sits fine. And Glow Shift, good looking out on that thing. We need a sponsor, man. Let us know. We got a K-Swap Teggy coming up soon. But yep, there it is. So we're gonna get that going. All right. So I think I spoke too soon on this thing. That piece right there, that very edge, that does not want to like sit down at all. Like you see how much space in there is right there. So that piece, I think we're gonna have to either cut a bit off or something, because I'm not letting anything go through. Like it doesn't clear out the little entrance right there. So that shit does not clear that. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that and get that fixed. So we're about to turn this on. Everything's installed. As you guys can see, it's right there. So it's chillin', billin'. The only, oh, it popped up again, just at a random. Yeah, see, so this just popped out. But only reason why is because this right here, it's hitting this piece right here. So I gotta either trim that side or cut that thing off completely for it to sit there. So we gotta do that. But besides that, we're just gonna turn it on, see what's up, and pray for the best. We just saw a video right now, and we gotta mess with the ECU. We gotta cut a wire, but for now we're just gonna turn it on and see what it does. Oh damn, that's crooked. Turn it on, see what's up. So I'm gonna turn it off just because we gotta get that ECU wired up to this thing now. But there it is, it's all set. This tune, damn, smell that? So that's the ECU. When I got it, it was a long time ago. It said like a year or 2 years. It said this tune needs to be ran with this so that it can run smoother. So I guess it is true after all. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Probably some other day just because it's not late, but I got to be up early tomorrow and that's a whole nother hassle. So we're going to have to figure that out, but there it is. So we'll continue on to this one once we get that ECU attached to this too. Alrighty, so before deciding to get lazy with this car, just because I feel like I've been up and down since last night and today, but honestly it's worth it. So I decided to finish this off and I ended up running the key tuner, so I got my ECU down there. We still haven't done the ELD thingy, so the AFR is not hooked up to the ECU. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I was reading the table on the key tuner that the AFR should be sitting at 14.7, which I looked it up, and that's if it wants to run perform better or something like that. So I guess that's a good number to have. But now there's no error code, so it was throwing off the code for not having the primary O2 sensor. So I went ahead and disabled that, and now the thing doesn't pop up. So everything seems to be good. So here we are. So everything's functioning good. No check engine light, which is good. So that's finally up to par. Yeah, like right now it should have already been popped up by now, but there it is, 14.7. I think so what I've heard with the white bands, it takes a while for it to get adjusted. So it's sitting at 14.8, which is good. But no check engine light. And I heard the wide bands, apparently they have to get used to whatever your car. So I'm not too worried about that. I know on there it said AFR is supposed to be adjusted to 14.7, so that's a good thing. But besides that, car is good to go. I just got to figure out the ELD stuff and get that taken care of. But now it's just wrapping up, getting this thing off the jacks, and drive it tomorrow, see how it performs or what it does. Like if it reads anything from there. It's not going to perform any better just because that's not hooked up to the ECU, but not too worried about that. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment in the section what you guys would like to see next. We do have a plan coming up pretty soon, and it's a big one, at least for us. So stay tuned for that. We're going to try and crunch out everything, make sure that everything's up to par, and then moving forward, just putting the gas on the pedal. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. For those of you guys just viewing or that are new, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys coming out. But other than that, see you guys on the next one.